So there is some more damning news for Dr. Fauci. More emails are being released, more voicemails are being listened to, and text messages. There are 34,000 texts and 522 voicemails and a lot of emails from Dr. Fauci that were being spread to experts in the business and the medical world. And Senator Rand Paul and Ron Johnson are pouring through all of these, and some of them are raising some red flags. There's this email on May 27th, 2021 from Dr. Janet Woodcock. She was the then commissioner of the Food and Drug Administration. She sent this email to Dr. Fauci about adverse COVID events, saying what a lot of us were saying on air. This was she was concerned, and she was getting concerns from friends she knew in the medical world. This is what the email said, quote, "I have been contacted by a number of people who have experienced adverse events post-COVID-19 vaccination from all three of the current vaccines. Many are healthcare professionals. The people's main complaint is that no one is taking them seriously. No one knows how to treat them, and there is no effort to study this."
Yeah, so then Fauci forwarded Woodcock's email adding, "We cannot ignore her. We should probably bring in the CDC." Now, where we went from there is interesting because we knew, before we read the rest of this, we knew there were problems. We were hearing this on a regular basis. If it wasn't happening, I had no effect I did take the vaccine. I had no effects from it. But a lot of people were feeling effects of it. And I interviewed some of the people and families and athletes of healthy kids who all of a sudden were having these heart problems and were no longer qualified to play college sports with all the restrictions they had in place. But they didn't care.
Right.
So they just said, well, these are unrelated. There was underlying problems. That is not the significant. So they just dismissed all of it, and they would do they would start shadow banning you or banning you entirely on social media.
The sinister part about all of this, Ainsley, is that behind the scenes, they knew this to be true. And look, I understand there is a massive debate right now about vaccines and what does the science says and all. Part of the reason people are tuned off right now and not listening to the medical professionals is because of things like this, instances like this. Right. So it's better to get all of this out, be honest with people, give them the science, and then allow them to make a decision.
Well, there were several things that made us question Dr. Fauci. He said if you get the vaccine, you'll never get COVID again. Well, that wasn't true. Even he got COVID after 100%. He got the vaccine. Then we find out that he's working with gain of function, that he's working with the NIH, but yet he's the top doctor. So he's profiting off of his company doing gain of function with EcoHealth Alliance in Wuhan lab, and yet he's telling us that it wasn't from the Wuhan lab. It's from the
Which
wet
is illegal,
market.
by the way.
It's just there were so many conflicts of interest, so that's why we didn't trust him. And then we learn in January of 2021, he gets an email from a text from Dr. John Mascola questioning about should women get the vaccine. He says he was privately informed that the initial studies of COVID didn't include women in the first trimester. He says, can we roll this back? Let me just read it verbatim, what he said. Thank you so much. Okay, he said, "I am corrected on pregnancy studies. Initial studies avoid vaccination in first trimester due to possible fever and higher rates of miscarriage in the first trimester." Well, then a few days later, y'all, Dr. Fauci on February 3rd, that was January, said in a question-answer live stream with JAMA, the medical journal, said, "Found thus far no red flags about pregnant women."
Which was a lie, a complete lie. They never told the public this when they were getting the jab when women were pregnant at the time. I mean, you just can't just bypass it. People keep saying, I wish the Republicans would just move on. Move on. We're not moving on because there's going to be another pandemic at some point. And we need to learn from this situation so we don't make those same mistakes again.
Do you realize at the same time when this is going on, they're also telling us the laptop's not real? So we're saying, they go, wait a second, this guy is dealing with Hunter Biden's doing all this stuff, and you tell me it's not real. The FBI had it. We know the FBI thought it was real, so they're lying to us. At the same time, we got all these medical experts telling us about this pandemic that told the whole world to stop working and run for the hills, right? And a lot of people got fired, never got their jobs back. And then we find out all the questions that they had about the disease, who's really susceptible to it, and the vaccines, and who could benefit from us. That was all. All their skepticism was with each other, but to us, they criticized people for being skeptical.
They also said the border was secure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we can't forget about that.
All right, we've got more Fox and Friends coming up.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.